Weapons are the only way you can kill people. There's some effective, some not. But I'm going to talk about the best of the best. So today, I'm going to be talking about every single weapon in Fortnite that came out from each season and talk about the best one from that particular season. Also might give some honorable mentions from the loot pool in that season if it's hard to decide. Also, there's some grand rules. First, anything that I haven't used will not be part of this video, so stuff like the Cybertron cannon or the Kamehameha. Second, also no LTM exclusive weapons like Laser Beam's Exotic Flip Knock or Captain America's Shield from Season 8. And finally, since I barely played Fortnite before Chapter 5, excluding Chapter 2, and barely remember the game before that, they will have to be in the current form, or the current form in OG Fortnite as of May 9th, 2025. Zaptrons and guided missiles could be in this too, and preseason is a separate season from Season 1. And with that out of the way, let's get into this. Okay, for the preseason, I'm gonna be choosing Zaptron. Even though this was early in the game for like half an hour on its release, it came back in OG Season 2 and in creates sometimes before Chapter 6 Season 3 or just Galactic Battle. So I had time to use it. On a full charge, it does 150 to the body and almost 400 to the head, which is 375 actually, if you don't round it. That's crazy. And even though it doesn't have a scope, it's still pretty accurate and easy to use. It was also in Save the World and came from blue to gold. Blue being called laser rifle and purple being called power rifle. Really good sniper. And I know you don't want to learn about the last part, but let's just include it in there anyway. Moving on. Anyway, Season 1 was so hard. It would either go to the OG pump or the OG scar. But I like the pump, so let's just make it the pump. I love Scar 2 because it used to be so OP, but I never used it back then because I was like 5 years old when the actual Season 1 came out. But when OG came out, it was still doing 36, 37 damage, so they didn't really bring it back. But the OG pump still did over 200 at head in grey. And the pump is just way better than all the other weapons as well. Everyone's still using it in peace control and box fights and 1v1s, etc. And it also had OP range before OG Season 2, so that's why the pump gets it. For Season 2, it's a minigun. No ifs, ands. I was joking. It actually goes to the silent pistol. This might surprise you guys because the minigun was really OP and it was really good for the spray metal. But I just like this silent pistol because it's more controlled and accurate. I got 16 bullets in a mag. Each shot doing 26 and 28 in their respective rarities. Purple and gold. But I have barely any reasons to prove this is the best, but it's a press, so people can't hear you when you try to kill them with it. So yeah, that's the best weapon in Season 2. Anyways, moving on to Season 3. This one's kind of easy and it's kind of predictable. So, yeah, you kind of already know this. It's the hunting rifle. It has no scopes, but it's easy to hit a clip. I've hit so many clips with it. You guys can just see my edits anyway, so you know how good it is. It does mid-body shot damage with 86 and 90. And headshots that do over 200 damage. Even with green, which is crazy for a sniper that lets to 100 to the body. Which is both green and blue rarities. Like the Zaptron, really easy to use and pretty amazing weapon if you know how to use like a part. Just saying. Season 4 time. Dusty Divot. The game changed forever. But we're not going to talk about that. We're talking about the weapons. So, for this season, it's either the Chapter 1 from us or the drum gun. But I didn't really get to experience the OG drummer from us, so I'm going to have to go with the dualies. This might surprise you, and I know you're going to disagree with me, but listen, just hear me out. The dualies do 42 to 44 in each shot with one burst. That could do 84 to 88 to the head, which is actually crazy. And I think that's the most body shot damage full weapon that uses medium ammo. Also, the headshot is 2 times multiplier. So if I got the gold, you could do 88 with one shot. And 176 to the head. And it's really good for close, medium, and long range. And it's pretty crazy. I literally can't lie. For Season 5, it's kind of obvious. It's the P90. Or some of you may know it as Combat SMG, or just a normal SMG. Even though I didn't get to use it in its buff state, and even though it got nerfed, it's still quite good for an SMG. I think it was the best one in the meta, and I just really like spraying with it and stuff like that. It's a standard SMG, and I usually use it in box fights, 1v1s, or maybe peace controls. It's useful and the best new item besides Heavy Sniper. Speaking of that, it's an honorable mention because even after the nerfs, it was still quite good. Best sniper in the meta. It was solid, doing 126, 132 damage, and headshots doing over 300. It was meant to be the best sniper ever, but the nerfs made it worse. But it was still quite good after that. Okay, for Season 6, it might surprise you. It's the pump, again, but only the spaz. No ifs, ands, or buts. And there's nothing you can do that can change my... It's self-explanatory. You see people use this in box fights, 1v1s, and peace controls with Scar to kick the whole lobby. It's the best shotgun ever before the hyper pump, and it definitely deserves to be on the first. Season 7, Christmas season. Fa la 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 la. It's going to the silent sniper. It's barely worse than a bolt, and the other new weapons were kind of mid. I mean, I like the infantry rifle one. It's going to be an honorable mention, but it only had grey through blue, so I'm not going to really include it in this spot. And I only like the purple and gold version, so the silent sniper makes it. It's a bolt with a suppressor, and it's easier to use me. So yeah, if you've seen the clips I've hit, then you'll see my point. And as I promised earlier, it's the infantry rifle for Season 8. But I'm only going to talk about the purple and gold versions, obviously, because that's the only versions that came out in Season 8. This thing is very accurate, and does 42 and 44 body shot. And since it has a 2.7 headshot multiplier, 84 and 88 to the head if you know what you're doing with your math, which is actually good. But the thing that lets it down is its maggot fire rate. Also, the fact that semi-automatic is annoying, and it's so hard to use it like spray weapon. There are only 3 weapons added to the season, so this is the best. Season 9, the future. Anyways, I gotta stop being on a tangent because I want to talk about the combat I was joking. The attack shorty. It's second purple and first gold version of it when it came out this season. And that's actually good too, like the combat shorty, attacking art, and in my opinion, the revolver, purple and gold only. But since all the good weapons got nerfed, besides the attack rifle, got buffed, and the revolver, the attack shotgun gets replacement. It's an OG shotgun, and definitely good for the metal. In Season 9, and it's also a very good shotgun. Top 10 for me. What about Attack Yarb, Chapter 5, 4, and Remix box are completely different from the Chapter 1 version. I never used either, so the attack shotgun gets picked. Season X, one of the most forgettable seasons of all time. But we're not going to talk about that. As usual, we're going to be talking about the weapons. And since there was only one added this season, we're just going to talk about it. It's the auto sniper. It's not here because it's terrible, but it's because it was the only weapon. And flashlight pistol does not count because it was added in creative, and it's a semi-auto pistol, and I really hate it anyway. So the auto sniper gets space. Not because it's good, but because it's the only one added to the game at the time. For Chapter 2 Season 1, it was kind of hard to do because there wasn't any entirely new weapon besides Mythic Goldfish. But I don't want to do that. So for this, I chose the AUG. It was the only AR better than the Scar at the time, and it was good. The gold one does as much damage as a Mythic Slaw, which is crazy and it's really accurate. But it's not the Chapter 2 version. I'm talking about the Chapter 2 remix version before Gold Race. Go ahead and make fun of me in the comments for not being the Chapter 2 version. Not my fault that I can't really be using a gold AUG in Chapter 2 Season 1. I don't care anymore. But anyways, this is actually one of my top 5 ARs with the MK7 and the Hollow. Moving on to Chapter 2 Season 2. It's the best season ever. I love it. All the MSs and all the other mythics. It's just so good. I was joking. I hate this season, but I just want to talk about Brutus's minigun, because that's what we're supposed to talk about. I like this minigun, because it's actually so OP, and the other part of the spray better. Every new kit on spray with it, which could get annoying, but when you have it, you basically already have to win, so yeah. Chapter 2, Season 3, Splashdown, and I actually played that Season 1, but besides that, we're going to talk about a controversial pick. And you guys might be surprised, but it's not Ocean's AUG. It's actually the charged shotgun. I used to hate this thing, especially like a couple months ago. But when I actually learned how to use it, I actually think it's pretty good. The Mythic though. This thing, 205 to the chromium. Like actually, that's actually so crazy. It's worse than the Spaz, and it still does 200 pump. And the Spaz doesn't. Also, it's kind of like a hover pump. And because of that, it makes it one of the most OP shotguns known to man. For Chapter 2 Season 4, it's gonna be hard. I never actually used any of the superpowers or the Chapter 2 hit scan sock rifle. It's still gonna be it, so, yeah. We talk about the Chapter 5 version though. It kinda ruined it, but I only remembered that, and I think I barely played that season because of me switching to Roblox. Besides of that, it's as good as the pulse that I still be able to play with this and beyond reload. For Chapter 2 Season 5, we're doing the Exotic Silence Pistol, aka the Shadow Tracker. Just take everything I said for the Silence Pistol 13 seasons ago and just put it in this section of the video. Except for the fact that it does 29 damage instead of 26 or 28. But it doesn't hit me. This thing also marks people too, which can be neutral in niche situations. But if you hit someone a couple times and they get marked, you see what they're doing when they're hiding, and let's say trying to pop a big. And if you know that they're doing it, you can press them and easily get them in. For Chapter 2 Season 6, there are only 2 great weapons in that season, and they're the Purple AR and SMG. Love both of them, the SMG was the best. It's your run-of-the-mill basic SMG, but it still gets the job done either way. Thanks Fortnite for making the SMG meta kinda mid, so I gotta give a shout out to that. Season 7. This one was also difficult to do too, because the railgun and pulse rifle is very, very good. But I'm usually a zero player. Yeah, go ahead, make fun of me in the comments for being a zero player, not correcting me like all the time, whatever. This goes to the pulse rifle though, either way. This figure's so goated, especially though, I was joking about that. That weapon didn't come out till Chapter 4 Season 2. But anyways, like the Stark Rifle, this thing beams players. When you aim down sights, you do over 50 damage with one shot, which is actually crazy. People haven't used it before. Go to creative right now at ADS with this thing. The damage and accuracy is absolutely crazy. The reload time is about 2 to 3 seconds, but that's okay though. Okay, Chapter 2 Season 8. For this season, it's gonna go to the combat. AR. This figure's OP, and when you tap fire, it beams people down with a fire rate of 9, which again is crazy. Sorry for being repetitive, most of these weapons are actually crazy. You could either use it like an SMG or an AR, and this basically being a successful hybrid of that is actually a good thing. So you won't have to waste an inventory slot like finding a P90 or something like that. Oh yeah, this AR is everything the tech AR should have been, and whatever the tech rifle did, the combat did better. Look at Fortnite Reload where compared to the tech before the Slurp Rush came out. I bet anyone was using the tech sometimes these days. Chapter 3. Here we are. We all know this one, and it's the MK7. No explanatory needed. We all know how OP this is, but some people don't, and that's why I'm going to explain it to you. The MK was the best AR to ever touch the game. It's again everything that the Chapter 4 Sax has been. It beamed people down easily, and you could use it in any situation, even close range because it had a fire rate of 9. This was the Spider-Man Mythic, never used this so, would have been a great combo. Also, the Mythic MK7 is part of this too. You can still find it in Reload right now and test it out, or just use it in creative. Either way, this thing is amazing. The Zero Build season. Lol. Anyways, this one goes to the Combat SMG. The metal was so broken at the time they released this. It's amazing, not just for close range, but for mid-range too. So you don't really need anything else other than the AUG. Not even shotguns, because that's how OP the SMG battle was at the time. The Stinger was there too, so you didn't really need any shotguns, like I just said earlier. Hammer Assault Rifle for Chapter 3 Season 3. This is the third best AR of all time because there's no recoil, nice spray weapons, nice damage, nice accuracy, nice everything. I can't lie. It's better than the Scar, it's better than the AUG, it's even better than the Pulse Rifle because it's your best run-of-the-mill AR ever. Everything the Scar does, the Hammer does it better. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts, okay? And there's nothing you could do that could change my mind about the statement I'm saying right now. Oh my god, Season 4. You guys are not gonna expect this. It's the Explosive Guggen. This is the fastest fire rate weapon ever, with 20 fire rate, and the goose sticks on and does some great damage. Even though it has limited uses, well basically 10, and has not so good accuracy, it's still fun to meme with and use effectively in some situations. Also, for Chapter 4 Season 1, I chose the Twin Mag SMG. This thing would have been the best SMG ever if it weren't for the Thunderburst in Chapter 5, but we aren't talking about that for now. This SMG is good for any situation, even at long range, even though it has a fire rate of 13. This will replace any AR in the meta that's in, and any SMG too. I even used this thing in Reload before it got vaulted, and damn! I never picked up an AR again until it got vaulted. Also reloads in less than a second. That's pretty fast, you know. And if you run out, you can just reload mid-fight and still get the job done. The exotic one is so OP too. This thing shreds, and with 0-point shreds movement, the only thing you need with that is a shotgun and some heals, and you can still easily get the dub. It's time. I bet no one's ever used ARs or any movement, because this is like a 3-in-1 weapon, and you can't lie, it's outrageously phenomenal. Ooh, this season has so many overpowered mythics. It will either go to the Overclock Pulse Rifle or the Havoc Pump, and it's kind of hard to decide. But if I had to guess, I think the Havoc Pump is better. But I want to specifically talk about the Mythic one. This thing basically got a 300 pump, but the cap was 250. Thank you, him. But still, that headshot multiplier is just mad. Just diabolically, dastardly mad. This thing also did 140 to the body, the most ever on a shotgun, and the ballistic hammer pump does not count, because it is not a BR weapon. Okay, so as I'm editing this video, I just realized that Java Shotgun exists and it does 170 damage. So yeah, I was wrong. Next season, the Malif pistol. We all know it. Besides, every other Chapter 4 Season 3 weapon is just so terrible. The MK Alpha, terrible. Flap Trigger Rifle, terrible. Every single other weapon I can think of because they're so forgettable, terrible. But anyways, we'll talk about the mammoth pistol, not all these other trash weapons. This thing is a mammoth, as said in the name. It carried BR and Reload last season, and you can still use it now in Reload as of May 9th, 2025. And you'll see why it's the weapon that saved this season from having, I think, one of the worst methods of all time. It's the best pistol in the game, and nothing beats it. See the gameplay for yourself. Try it out on Creative, or just hop onto Reload to go try it out, because this thing is so OP. Chats for Season 4. For this one, it's one of the best ARs ever in my opinion. Might be a top 5. And it's the Twin Milk. And this thing, like all the other ARs I glaze, beats people down so hard. I used it last season, but I'm kinda terrible, so I couldn't really control the recoil. But when I can actually use this thing, it's so accurate. But I think it's better by the Hollow Twister, by the way. But overall, great AR. People like it, and it's usable to an extent. Guys, you may be surprised by this next season, but we're doing OG season as well. Even though there's no new weapons in OG Fortnite, that doesn't mean we're just gonna skip it. So for this one, it's gonna be the buffed semi-auto sniper. This sniper got buffed all the way to the moon and beyond. And before this, it was the worst sniper ever, and nobody liked it. But OG Fortnite really redeemed himself with the one. You deserve a pound of the back. For the blue, it does over 100 body shot, and for the head, it can finally do over 250, so it can one-shot players, even in zero builds, like me. Again, laugh at me and meme me in the comments, because I don't care. But this isn't here because it's the best weapon of all time. It's here because of the massive buff that Fortnite gave this thing, which for me, changed it into a whole new weapon entirely. Okay, so, Transfer Season 1. This is when I joined the game, permanently to never quit again. So, yeah. But aside from that, the weapon for Season 1 is the Reaper Sniper. Wow, this is the best sniper ever. Everyone easily hits clips with this, and everyone also got clipped by this as well, which was very annoying. Even I hate clips, but not Season 1 though. But everyone knows the crazy clips hit with this, especially with the drip boards. We all remember that, even me. So I think I don't really need to put that much detail, because we all know it's the best. Remember the driftboard clip, guys. Remember the driftboard clips. This one's obvious too. Anyways, Chatsify Season 2 was mid, but it did have one shotgun. One shotgun that was better than every single one that chapter. And this is obvious. It's the Gatekeeper. This thing is the best shotgun in Chapter 5. No ifs, ands, or buts. Sorry for being repetitive about that too. But no ifs, ands, or buts. What can I say? Anyways, it's so broken. It has the fire rate of attack, but almost hit like a pump. The Mythic does basically 100 damage, 3 shots. 300 damage to the body in all of its mag. And since it's a triple barrel, you'd have to wait a million hours to take your next shot. It's not pump, it's basically attack Gatekeeper. It's good for builds and no builds too. So yeah, that's why I guess the spot. Chapter 5 snipers. This meta is so broken. And that's why the heavy impact sniper rifle makes it into Chapter 5 Season 3. This is one of the most broken snipers to ever exist. 138 to the body and 350 to the head. Oh my god, this is the best sniper in the game to ever exist with the Reaper. And I took clips with it too. This thing is a mammoth as well. I didn't really use it in that season because I was rocking American, but after that, when I realized the power head. Damn! This thing almost hit like a pretty enough heavy sniper. And damn, did this thing cook. Another day, another Marvel season. If I had a nickel for every single time there was a Marvel season in Fortnite, I'd have 2 nickels. But besides from that, out of all the OP weapons in Chapter 5 Season 4, I picked the Dualies. I loved them from the start, even before that. And this was the best contender to the spray meta. This thing sprayed so full, so quick, quicker than you say 2 + 3 is 5. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. That is true. And it has a fire rate of 18 as well, and it's the fastest SMG in the game. Also, if you pair this with a jetpack, then you're terrorizing the whole lobby, and you can easily get the win that season. Overall, this thing is OP, and you can all agree on that, right? Chapter 2 Remix. Yeah, we're doing this. And for this one, it's the Tactical Assault Rifle. This thing in Remix beams everybody. People were taking this over Isis Scar, over Stroop's Drummy, even Eminem's minigun, because of how powerful it was. This thing has the same stats as before, but you might be thinking, what made it so good? It was so bad in Chapter 5 though. Well, it was good because of the first shot accuracy and no recoil. Even if you weren't standing still, it still had first shot accuracy and no bloom, which made it the best weapon this season. Even if you brought the MK7 back, people would still be taking tax over that, because at this time, it was the best AR ever, and it never got nerfed. Chapter 6 Season 1. For this one, it's not the Typhoon Blade, because I'm not a big fan of melee weapons. It was strong, and this will be an honorable mention. So, which one was the best? I think it's the Hollow Twister. It's just a one-of-the-mill AR, but it has a scope, and it's more accurate than the rest of the ARs and weapons. Hunter Rifle and Railgun excluded because they're snipers. It's a well-rounded weapon, can be used in any situation and would definitely be taken over scores. But if I can't convince you, then just look at the goddamn gameplay and don't tell me this thing isn't an ass kicker, I swear! Chapter 6 Season 2. For this one, it's a drum gun for once, and it's gonna go to the Minus's Gilded Eye. This is the first drum gun on the list, and it should have appeared multiple times, but I never got to use it back then. But for once, I actually got to use it. And yeah, this thing is a beast. The scope was good, the accuracy was mid, I can admit, and the fire rate was 8.5. Also did 26 damage a shot, and that was pretty cool. Also, all the other new weapons were trash besides the Pump and Dump Shockwave RPG, the Bat, and Baron's Mythic Mammoth Pistol. But they don't really rock my style. But the Mythic Mammoth Pistol is an honorable mention. But let's move on. And the drum gun does, so that's why it gets a spot on the list. Okay, so Chapter 60 Mini Season 1. I'm gonna put the Jawa Shotty because it's just so good this season. I think it might be the best shotgun ever. This thing does 170 to the body for blue rarity, and it takes less time to cool down than a shotgun that would do this much. It's what the Dragon should have been. Also, I have no more to say because we all know how crazy this thing is. So yeah, the 8280 or the new GM1 would have got this list too, but the Jawa shotgun this season is just so lethal. Anyways, that's the video. I really don't have anything to say, but other than that, if this releases after Chapter 6 Season 3 comes out and I didn't rank anything, don't blame me. Blame the season for being like 35 days long. Also, please like and subscribe. And if you want to watch this video game or more videos like this, go on my channel, sit down, get your food ready, relax, and rewatch the video again. Or just get back to your 2-hour scroll routine. And thanks for watching, and bye-bye.